Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I live in Ontario and we finally opened up restrictions for in-store retail shopping. Things that are deemed unessential retail, we could now go in person and go into the stores. It's still a really restricted capacity and obviously we're wearing masks. I wanted to check out some of the items that I had pre-ordered from Structube. A lot of their stuff is usually not in stock. It usually takes quite a few months to actually get in. So I purchased these two living room chairs and a dining room table. They're supposed to be getting in mid to end July. So it was nice to actually go in store and see what they look like in person. Seeing what they look like in person at the store was actually really good because I love them even better. The kitchen table specifically, I've been eyeing those living room chairs for quite some time, so I think I had seen them in person, but it was really the dining room table that I was going for to see what it looked like, and it was better than what I expected. And it's like a really affordable dining room table for what it is. I actually found a rug at Structube as well. I had been eyeing it online. It's a really great price point for a braided jute rug of that size. And they had some extras in stock right at the store, so I was able to take it home with me. Lucked out on that front. So we have our rug and all our dining room chairs set up around it, and no dining room table yet. Hopefully that'll come in like a few weeks. This is the braided jute rug that I picked up from Structube. I'm gonna unpack it now and see what it looks like and if it's gonna be the right size for the space. Are you helping? So I'm definitely gonna get rid of that black rug over there where Milo's standing on. That was just a temporary solution for in the winter when we're coming in and out of that back door. Got the light fixture, the prints. I think it ties in really nice. And then the two end chairs, those wicker two end chairs. There, that's the look of the rug with all the chairs set up. And the tape measure, yellow, is the length of the table. So it falls underneath the rug, and so like this is where the chair would be pushed in. So I'm currently hanging up the gallery wall picture frames in my living room. It's going pretty well so far. Before I drilled any holes, I traced out the size of the picture frame using parchment paper, and I put it up on the wall using painter's tape so that I could know exactly where I wanted to put each picture, just to make sure that the placement was perfect of how I wanted it. And then I ordered some of the prints from Walmart, and they should be arriving in a few days. Here's a look at the frames hung up on the wall. I think I did a pretty dang good job for being my first time. It looks pretty even to me. I will add like a little tack or like a piece of painter tape just to hold it in its place because sometimes it shifts a little bit. But as soon as I get the prints in there, I will do that. I'll step back a little bit so you guys can see what it looks like from afar. I think it's really nice. I am currently looking at florist quotes for our wedding. Feeling really conflicted. I've been reaching out to a bunch of different florist shops and like independent florists to try and get quotes on, you know, just to get a realistic idea of what things will cost for wedding florals. And I find that the things like the wedding bouquet, like the actual bridal bouquet, and the bridesmaid bouquets and things like boutonnieres and stuff, they're pretty much the same. Varies with like $20 to $50 difference depending on the vendor. The thing that's been really hard is sorting out greenery garlands. It's really expensive. So to do a physical garland where all the greenery is tied together is really labor intensive. So you're paying the premium for that to have it all made together. So then I was talking to a few florists and they're like, well, why don't you do just loose greenery? Like if you're okay with it not being a garland, it doesn't necessarily need to be a garland if it's just laying on the table. If you were hanging it up over like signage or something, then at that point you probably want it to be a garland. But if it's just sitting on a table, it could be loose greenery. So we went with that for some of the quotes to see what that would cost, but it's still looking like it's almost gonna be like $10 to $14 a square foot. Like it ranges between each florist. When we have nearly like 125 feet of table that we need to cover between all the guest tables, it's not even the head table, it's just the guest tables. It's a lot, like it adds up, and I feel like spending over $1,000 on a greenery garland that you're gonna use once is just I don't know, hard to justify that. So now I'm just like conflicted on what I want to do. It's like if we go with one florist because they have a better price for the loose like greenery, then I don't know if I'm gonna be completely satisfied with the floral bouquet. I had this vision for my florals as well of using these specific colors and these specific flowers, and then I see wedding photos of other brides who have these like beautiful pops of color that I'm like, oh, I want that too, but I don't know how to incorporate that in something that feels like me. And I don't like pinks and I don't like red. What the heck I want to do and the price that I want to pay. I spoke to my day of wedding coordinator to ask her if it would even be feasible to just get loose greenery and then have her set it up, because we hired her to be our day of coordinator, and included in her package is all the decor setup. So I emailed her and she said like no problem, she sets up loose greenery all the time, but I don't know if it's like, I don't want to put someone in that position where it's like a lot of loose greenery to set up. It's not just like a sprinkle here and there. It's not a garland, like she's not twining a garland, but she's laying it out in a straight line, basically, all the loose like greenery. And then I don't know if that's necessarily cheaper, and I'm trying to get quotes for, like, greenhouses and things for just like bunches of just bulk silver dollar eucalyptus and Italian ruscus, which is a little bit cheaper in Salao. And then there's like an option of doing this garland from Costco, but that garland's really full and then I have to take it apart. I don't know what to do. Then having to put like your trust in someone else to make something for you, and you don't know what it's gonna look like until like the day before the wedding. Like everything I'm making, I can make myself, and I know what it's gonna look like, and I can like prepare for what it's gonna look like. But a florist, you don't do mock-ups or things like that. Like a mock-up is gonna cost like a couple $100s if you want to do that, which I'm not about to do. Like, I don't really have any experience with floral design. If you guys are going through the same thing or have any advice for me, please leave me a comment down below, because I do not know what to do.